bought new swords. Well, I bought them. They looked pretty nice on in the shop, so I paid, and they weren't that expensive actually. 1,400 gold each. I bought them from the blacksmith of the Skull. I know they don't believe in most fighting, but this time they did. Anyway, I needed to run to find everything, to find myself, to find my purpose, and to find out who. Oh god, a Nord. Right, I found a Nord. Oh, right. Wait, I went down to my bow, which I renamed after myself since I enchanted it. And since he had no sense of coordination on hitting me, I absorbed his health. I paralyzed him with a shot to the neck, and then shot him in the back of the neck and killed him. It was very brutal, but he deserved it. I can't think of a man on this planet who would have deserved it more than him. Maybe apart from Mirak, but Mirak was pretty dead by then. Anyway, I'm sure that once I was done with him, I left him to die on the ground from his wounds. And I believe that's exactly what he just did. He died from his wounds on the floor. I was mining some hardstones. It was nice to find them, because when you mine hardstones you always feel good and all that. And when I'd finished mining it, I was so happy that I'd mined it that I couldn't remember mining it. And once I found the hardstones, then I went on to tell Mithrin to look at the giant mushroom in the sky. And then I looked to my left a bit and I was like, oh, a silt strider! At this point I'd never seen a silt strider in my life properly. I sort of had, but I've never been one for. Back then I was afraid of them, but this time I wasn't. It was a miracle. I felt so strong, so I jumped along the bridge, and then I did my epic position, looking for the red mountain. It was to my left was the red mountain, off in the distance, a long way away. I jumped off, and I was fine. I hid under a mushroom for a bit, until I came to a place that they call, Citadel. And I went up to the Citadel and I was looking at it. I was thinking maybe there might be things in there, but no, just traps. They'll probably be just traps. But luckily for me, my light feet, I was a really light person this time. I scout for enemies in here. I have a tactic of scouting for enemies. Pretty easy. Just find the staircase. Down we go. Ash, I can't search it. Everything in it must be decomposed. Anyway, it's quite dark in here. There are many traps along the way. Let's run. See how many we trigger. How many enemies are there nearby? Best check soon. Oh look, traps all over the place. My light feet, I just dodged them all. I, sir, am a badass. I found a chest. Nordic bow. We will rename it something about Nords. Something related to Nords that will do frost damage and etc. Probably the most fun thing I can think of in this day and age. I have sapped this world of all spirit. I have sapped the world of all sense of adventure. And it got boring. Okay, we're outside again. As you can see, the sky is beautiful. That's just a nice shot of the Red Mountain if you wanted to take pictures with whatever means. Magic can really do some stuff around here.
If it wasn't for the bow, we'd be digging our houses out from beneath the ash by now.
I felt good with doing that. I'm looking for work. Can you help me? Excuse me, guard. I'm looking for work. Can you help? that sucks then.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I can give my men the rest they deserve. Well done, friend.
Excuse me.
I've had to muster some more men to protect the mine.
How are things
But I
now the
don't
mine's
really have a
reopened?
problem with that. Second Councillor
Since the mine's
Arano is concerned that once word reaches the Reavers that the mine has reopened, they might think about paying us a visit. I say let them try. My men are ready for them.
What do you say to that? Sorry, Bella. You seem very strong. Okay, time to rename this weapon. Let's go. Let's do it. Yes. Okay, we're going to name it the... We're going to name it the Nordic Frostfire, probably. We'll rename it the Nordic Frostfire. Nordic Frostfire. There we go, Nordic Frostfire. Oh, frost... something. Yeah, Frostfire those things. And there we go. We'll put it up on a rack just there. See, it blends in with Dawnbreaker and that Daedric mace I just have that's just sitting there. It never gets used, mind, since I found myself these new swords. Dawnbreaker looks good as it is. Time I've practiced with my new swords. So elegant, so fast, so skillful, so awesome. I need to practice a bit. Okay, it's about time I got out my crossbow. I haven't used that thing in a long time. High time I tried some shots here. So I was back on Solstheim now, and this is the almost the 24 hours. Tension was building up in my story. As it turned, this is just before I found out something about my camp. The band